everyone. I'm Monika from Poland, and now it's gonna our turn to present the findings from the questionnaires. And to make the introduction to the presenters which we are going to show you, we have been responsible for 5 countries. So except Poland, of course, Germany, Lithuania, Latvia, and Estonia. And we managed to gather almost from all the countries, but not from Estonia yet. So I have some contacts to reach, but at this point we have stopped it and prepared the presentation about those countries. And we have yesterday evening I also get the another feedback from Lithuania, which is not incorporated in this presentation, but is already incorporated to the website. So now we have more institution answer the questionnaire that is already presented in our presentation. And during our presentation, we follow the questionnaires, and you see the comparison between the countries, all the countries we will be responsible for, and they are separated into 2 thematical sections. So first, we're gonna listen about the admission of the native teacher languages, teachers, and the second part will be about the teaching practice. So now we're gonna share screen, and now we're gonna start.
Welcome to Mapping Teacher Education project. This presentation has been prepared by the Polish partner WSBINOZ in Łódź. So let's see how to become a native language teacher in Poland, Germany, Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania. And these are the organizations taking part in the research. How do you offer the training for future teachers of native languages? Poland offers it as a master course. Germany as a standalone specialized course for teachers of native languages, Latvia and Lithuania as a standalone specialized course for teachers of native languages, all the countries as a specialized module for teachers who choose to be future teachers of a language, which is a special part about teaching that language as a native one. Other forms of training are offered by Sprach- und Kulturbörse of Technical University of Berlin. These include 6-month internship, flexible part-time under the supervision of experienced native language teachers of the organization, workshops on didactics and teaching methods, job shadowing. Besides the language teaching training, the trainees are also being introduced into other project structures and activities, such as events organization or maintenance of the SKB library. Are there special formal qualifications required to start training as a future teacher of native languages? In Poland and Lithuania, there are special qualifications required for registering for training as a future teacher of native languages. In Germany and Latvia, there are qualifications required for registering as a future teacher, whether of languages or of any subject. What minimum formal qualifications are required to start training as a future teacher or future teacher of native languages? In Poland, this is graduation from high school, completion of a pedagogical course at graduate or postgraduate level, and studies in the field of the teaching subject. In Germany, at the University of Duisburg-Essen, it's Abitur, which is the highest school exit exam. In Germany, at Sprach- und Kulturbörse at Technical University of Berlin, a student must be enrolled at the University of Berlin or the state of Brandenburg and complete an internship. In Latvia, the evaluations of the subject in the field chosen in the secondary education document must not be lower than 7 points in a 10-point system. Assessment in centralized exams in Latvian, mathematics, foreign languages. Entrance examination at the University of Latvia. Lithuania at the Center for Social Innovation, master degree level must be completed. Are there any other special non-formal qualifications, personal readiness certifications required to start training as a future teacher of native languages, that is over and above formal qualifications? Sprach- und Kulturbörse in Germany, Poland and Lithuania provide the answer yes. The University of Duisburg-Essen and Latvia say no. If the previous answer is yes, can you share a brief explanation to explain the other special non-formal qualifications, personal readiness certifications required to start training as a future teacher of native languages, that is over and above formal qualifications? For Sprach- und Kulturbörse, it's strong motivation to become a part of the project and a motivation letter is required. In Poland, it is a set of soft skills which are needed to work as a teacher, also charisma to lead a group as well as moral principles. And for Lithuania, it is the studies in the field of the pedagogical sciences.
Okay, I hope that the connection was good enough to follow the presentation. Of course, I will share the presentation after the meeting once more. And this was a presentation about the admission. And what is interesting that we get the answer from the Sprach- und Kultur Center, which is the part of the Technical University of Berlin, and this is something which acts differently than the other more academical. This is the aim of this. The aim of the activity is to let the students to be more familiar with German language and the culture, and there's some kind of volunteering inside, and the members of this center act for themselves to help each other to be more acquainted with the German culture. And the other I will gonna show you now the presentation about the teaching practice.
Welcome to Mapping Teacher Education Project. This presentation has been prepared by the Polish partner WSBINOZ in Łódź. Let's have a look at the teaching practice and the validation process of native language teachers in Poland, Germany, Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania. And these are the organizations taking part in the research. How do you offer the training for future teachers of native languages? Poland offers it as a master course. Germany as a standalone specialized course for teachers of native languages, Latvia and Lithuania as a standalone specialized course for teachers of native languages, all the countries as a specialized module for teachers who choose to be future teachers of a language, which is a special part about teaching that language as a native one. Do your students carry out teaching practice? The answer yes was provided by Poland, Germany, Latvia, and Lithuania. Student teachers have the teaching practice, and it's obligatory for them to obtain the final teacher's qualification. There is one exception. The answer yes came from Germany, from Sprach- und Kulturbörse of Technical University of Berlin, which says that the project is open to the students of any fields of study and the teaching permissions are only within the SKB. Who chooses where a student carries out the teaching practice? In Latvia, the faculty has a database of where students can carry out their teaching practice and the faculty chooses at random. In Lithuania and Poland, the faculty has a database of where students can carry out their teaching practice and the faculty chooses at random, but students can also find their own placement. In Germany, at the University of Duisburg-Essen, the faculty gives the list of the students who need to have their teaching practice, and another body, such as the Ministry of Education, assigns or matches students and the placements. In Poland, again, the faculty has a database of where students can carry out their teaching practice, and the students choose from this database. In Lithuania, the student has to take the initiative of finding the placement where to carry out the teaching practice. In Germany, at the Sprach- und Kulturbörse, there is a different system of the teaching practice only within the organization. Can you share the information about the duration of the teaching practice in hours or months? Whether it is one round of the teaching practice or more than one? In Poland, generally it is 180 hours realized over 4 weeks throughout the school year. In Germany, at the University of Duisburg-Essen, it is one semester up to 5 months or 390 hours at school and the teacher training seminar. At the SKB at Technical University of Berlin, it is 240 hours of internship, including 90 to 100 hours of the teaching training. At the University of Latvia, there are 4 practices, altogether 20 weeks. At the Center of Social Innovation in Lithuania, it is not less than 20 weeks. Is there a mentor during the teaching practice? If yes, can you share the information about the role of the said mentor, the method of appointment, or the choice of the mentor? In Poland, Latvia, and Germany, there is an academic mentor. Lithuania, Poland, Latvia, and Germany also have a school teacher. The University of Duisburg-Essen and the SKB in Germany provide the tutor or the teacher trainer. Is there a validation of the teaching practice? If yes, how is this carried out? In Latvia, validation is made by both mentors. There is self-assessment and the assessment of the lessons carried out by the students. In Lithuania, each university has its own validation system. Feedback, meetings with the trainee, feedback from other project members, and the respective native language teachers. At the university in Germany, there is a final assessment but no exam. In Poland, the student gets credit for the internship on the basis of the documentation provided, which is a certificate of completing the internship at the end of the 3rd year of study, which is the 6th semester. What weight does the teaching practice carry in relation to the training path of the student? In Poland, the internship should meet the conditions contained in the internship program. The final grade depends on the degree of practical implementation of the expected learning outcomes. At the University of Duisburg-Essen and Lithuania, the grade obtained for the teaching practice is like any other exam testing the student during the course of the studies. The student needs to reach a threshold of marks in the validation of the teaching practice. In Germany, at the SKB at Technical University of Berlin, the student teachers do not have any teaching practice as part of their studies. At the University of Latvia, the grade obtained for the teaching practice contributes to the overall grade the student gets for one academic year, but it is not a failing subject. Let's find out about our other linguistic projects. Atlas project is carried out under the Erasmus Plus Strategic Partnership for Adult Education. Our partners are Romania, Czech Republic, Sweden, Belgium, Finland, UK, Spain, Turkey and Bulgaria. The project lasts from October 2019 until September 2021. Communication in foreign languages is one of the 8 key competences defined in the European education system. The main goal of the project is to provide high-quality, effective teaching methods and tools for educators, teachers and trainers. The partnership of the project aims at collecting the best methods of English teaching for adult learners. Thank you for your attention.
Okay, thank you. And it was everything from our side. And of course, we're going to share the presentation after the meeting via WeTransfer probably.